Today, we continue our opportunity for you to see and hear the candidates for mayor as they discuss the issues at the recent forum in Grace Arts Live. The event, sponsored by the Lake Havasu Area Chamber of Commerce, KNTR Radio, and today's News Herald.
City Council, all three are out of town. Bill Baptista, Dave Halvey, and Michelle Lynn. The others are here with us right now, and they are David McCafflin.
All right. My question for Mr. Ullery, and we've heard some of it tonight, is that he has indicated that he wants to pay off the debt, but doesn't tell you that there are prepayment penalties. And we already make debt payments of about $21 million a year. So, in order to pay off $285 million, I would like to know what services such as police and fire are you planning to cut, knowing that public safety is roughly 2/3 of our budget, or are you going to do like in the last three forums, as you said, raise our sales and property taxes, or maybe just sewer rates?
I can't imagine cutting police and fire service. What a bunch of baloney, Mark. Where do you get this stuff? I find this petty politicking a bit irritating. We got problem here. I put together a team that I feel is competent to fact check everything Mr. Nexsen says about the sewer and other issues. I have a former city manager on that team, several former managers and accountants from the city's finance department. I have 2 former city council members on that team, and a couple of municipal bond investors. And we've looked at everything on the sewer system. We think we understand what's going on. Where needed, this team has directly contacted staff with WIFA, the state's finance authority for water projects, and you could do that. If you have a question about what the real issues are, what is possible by the state agencies and the cities in handling sewer debts, you can get answers. Every one of those bonds has a call date. We know what that call date is. We know when those bonds can be paid down and how they can be paid down. MCC, you will remember several times twice in the past 2 months, has had front page coverage on their bond reduction plan. Now what they've done, they've squeezed some money from various accounts of discretionary money, and they tightened the budget a little bit without damaging or harming in any way their core mission. They have paid down their bonds and in the process saved hundreds of thousands of dollars of interest. I think I have a team that understands that process. They're highly competent and qualified, and we are fact-checking everything this mayor has to say about sewer bonds, sewer rates, and anything else that's of significance for this city. Thank you.
Mr. Nexsen, you do get a 1-minute response.
So what we heard is you didn't want to answer my question.
Yeah.
I'm just going to briefly point out the differences in MCC and our sewer debt. Kudos to MCC for paying down their bonds. They amassed $5 million. We owe 57 times that amount, $285 million. Unless you start cutting services to you, such as police and fire, or raising your rates or your property taxes, the only other solution is what I have been working on, and that is trying to find a better rate structure so that we don't have to pay the high rates. And again, we haven't had a sewer rate increase since 2010, and my efforts is going to extend that, it looks like, to about 2000.